Okay, welcome back to Football Kings. I'm Kingsley and I'm with my brother Andrew. And this is Football Kings, right? The podcast where me and my brother talk about football from different leagues and different competitions. It's Premier League again, right? Match week
Premier
20.
League as always. Yeah.
Liverpool played today, their match week 20 game. They played against Newcastle at Anfield. Anfield is a very tough ground to play at. For people that don't understand how tough Anfield is, in the whole of 2023, we've not lost at Anfield. I think, right?
Yeah.
The last
Yeah.
time we lost at
And
Anfield
and and you yeah.
was October 2022, if I'm
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
So unbeaten at Anfield the whole of 2023, right?
Yeah.
Teams come to hopefully find a point,
That's for Premier League, right?
that's for Premier League, yeah. That's for Premier League,
Yeah.
unbeaten since October 2022.
Yeah.
So yeah, and the only, like, in all competitions, the only team that's actually won at Anfield is Real Madrid, right? In Champions League. So um teams are coming usually with a plan of, like, if I don't play expansive football, at
Low
least
block
let me get a point, right? If I'm not going to,
feedback. Yeah.
let me
Yeah.
sit back.
Yeah.
We saw Man U do this, they got a point. Arsenal
Yeah.
luckily got a point. I'll say lucky because the referee didn't give, a penalty for
Yeah.
the Odegaard handball, right? And
Yeah.
Trent didn't score. But for
Yeah.
Newcastle coming into this game, I'm like, what would Newcastle play? I was expecting the same thing they would do against PSG, which they did,
Yeah.
right? More
Yeah.
more bodies in the midfield to try and, break the play and just squeeze that midfield, make it really tough. But
Mm.
Liverpool played around the midfield, right? Friends with the key
Yeah.
passes, and so many key passes that just broke the midfield line.
There,
And
there were so many. There, exactly what you said. There were so
yeah,
many balls through the middle
through the
that
middle,
went through two dangerous.
two,
There are
three
dangerous
people.
passes to take. Very
Yeah,
dangerous
but
passes, but they
brave,
went
right?
through three
Mm-hmm.
people and quick. The play
Yeah,
was quick.
play was
Yeah.
very quick and just basically
Yeah.
shattered that midfield. And we
Yeah.
saw
Yeah.
Newcastle struggle and struggle and struggle because,
Mm.
the pace of Liverpool, always high pace, high energy, very very dangerous on the attack, but unable to convert in the first half. Out of all the attacking plays, unable to convert in the first half. Why everybody shouting that we Nunes, that we Nunes?
What was your? I want to
Anything.
ask you this question
Mhm.
before I ask you. For those that don't know, Newcastle has not won in Anfield
Yeah,
since April 1994.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, they've made
Mhm.
it an extra year now. So what was the feeling? Your feeling at halftime? Were
At
you
halftime.
feeling like, oh, this is another draw again? What was your feeling? Be honest.
If I'm being honest, this was another draw. If I'm being honest, I started
I
feeling like,
okay.
I started feeling like, why do we not show up in big moments? Because the Newcastle Liverpool game, like, this game is a big game, right?
Yeah,
It's a very big
yeah,
game.
yeah,
This is our chance to pick up points and create a gap between ourselves and
yeah,
Aston Villa and Arsenal, right? And
yeah,
this was when I was
yeah.
like, why are we trying to draw again? Why are we dropping points when we can beat them? This is when Newcastle are vulnerable. They don't have what it takes to win us at Anfield. This is our time to hit them where it hurts. But we're unable to convert, right?
But my honest thinking was first half was not bad for you guys.
It
When I
wasn't.
compared when you played against Arsenal, what
Mm-hmm.
you played against Man U,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
this was better. But the Braka was just someone brought to stop that from happening. This guy was everywhere.
A mess.
Like in the whole game today, this guy made 10 saves. That's
Yeah.
like the highest this season
Yeah.
currently. The only
Yeah.
keeper that has made 10 is
Yeah.
Trafford of Burnley,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So and
I,
I was just what I was waiting to see was I hope Klopp would do something different in the next half. I think what Klopp decided to do was what's his name? Eddie Howe knew there were too many balls going, but in the first half, Trent was not in the midfield.
no.
It felt like Trent was always wide,
Yeah, he stayed
always
wide.
wide,
Yeah.
always wide.
Mm-hmm.
Second half, he stepped into the midfield properly. So there were
Mm.
like three people,
Mm-hmm.
like two people in the midfield,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
there in the
Mm-hmm.
middle of the park rather.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I just felt when Trent stepped in there, things were it was a bit riskier
Yeah.
in terms of the passes you guys were
Yeah.
trying and all
Yeah.
of that. Klopp made some changes that
Mm-hmm.
helped the game,
Yeah.
right? But the game started to become, but it's good as Liverpool came in
Mm-hmm.
quickly and scored.
Yes.
The first, like, they scored
Yes.
immediately. You guys scored immediately. That was very essential, right? But Newcastle are not people that you just lay down. No.
But honestly, like this, looking at this game,
Yeah.
the bracket, I would say, kept them in the game because we should have beaten Newcastle nothing less than 6 goals with the way they played. They were so vulnerable. It was too
Yeah.
easy to play through Newcastle. It was too easy, right?
Yeah.
The first
Yeah.
4 minutes or 5 minutes into the game, it was all Liverpool. They were
Yeah.
nowhere near the ball, right?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
Luis Diaz worked so hard in the game. We got a penalty.
He tried. He tried.
Salah did not score.
Salah.
That was poor.
But he
This
prepared
season
for it because where he jumps to was where Salah has placed most of his
always placement
penalties.
down the middle, right?
Yeah.
But
So,
yeah, but
and
it's
even the
down
second penalty, you will
mhm,
see one of Newcastle's players telling the
pointing
keeper
this
to
way.
go this side, go this
Yeah,
side.
because most
And
likely
Salah
Salah will
didn't
go.
disappoint
Yeah, he
down the
went the
corner.
other way. Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I mean,
So it was an interesting game. And this is what we've been saying, right?
mhm.
So Liverpool had like 63 touches in the opposition box. I know I mentioned something about Arsenal having like 70. Yeah, laughing. But
No, it's true. It's true.
this is how we have to bring up issues like this, right?
Yeah,
Arsenal had 76 and they could not even score. They
yeah.
could not create chances.
Mhm.
But see the pattern of play, the way Liverpool moved the ball, especially to Salah and Saka. I think the problem Arsenal is really having is there's so much, like Liverpool trust Salah so
Yes,
much. When they
yes,
give him that ball, they expect magic from him. And
yes,
he provides those moments of magic, like the assist he gave,
yes.
the ball with the outside of his boots, right?
Mm-hmm.
That he gave to Gakpo. That
Mm-hmm.
was a moment of magic where
Yeah,
they were thinking he's going to cut back.
and he
If
just
it's
pass.
Saka will have cut back.
Yeah, that's the dynamic play we're talking about,
That's the
right?
difference.
Saka
The
doesn't
other
have that
ball that he
dynamic
gave
play.
straight to Jota,
Yeah,
like
you
through
would
ball
think
to
you think you
Jota.
cut in and shoot. He cuts in and
No, he's
passes.
not doing that. And those are the things that Salah needs to sit down in his room and learn from the magician himself, Salah.
Oh, Saka needs
Right?
to learn from him. Yeah.
Saka needs to learn from
Mhm.
Salah the magician,
Yeah.
because there were things he was just doing, like he was running crazy today. I was like, oh my God, Salah.
He was
Oh my
giving us a
Chelsea.
goodbye as he's going for
Ah,
AFCON.
oh, oh my God, it's
It was
really,
good.
really crazy.
It was
But
really
you
good.
see, that's the problem. As
Mhm.
now, they are overly dependent on Saka
Mhm.
also. But like most of the balls,
Mm.
39% of the attacks are through the right,
Yeah.
which is normal,
Yeah.
right?
Which
Because
is
there's
expected. Yeah.
dependence on Saka, but Saka is not doing. Saka needs to he needs to spice up his game a bit.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what he needs to do.
Yeah.
Like catch players unawares, do things that people don't expect, right?
Yes.
So they start becoming afraid of you.
Yeah.
Try and be more direct. Drive in. He tries to drive in more. I see that.
But the thing is, the thing is, there's a difference between the way Arsenal play and the way Liverpool play, right? That is the key difference. The way Arsenal play is not like the way Liverpool play. Like if Saka gets the ball, yes, Saka can make these passes. He can give these key passes.
Yeah.
But who is there to receive it? Who is there? The difference between why Salah's
true. And
passes
they waste a lot of
somebody
time.
there.
They waste a lot
time.
of time in this area.
Yes.
People get
People
crowded. They don't switch
crowded.
quickly.
Exactly.
Different for Liverpool. Maybe Salah gets the ball.
Yeah.
Salah is running into that space.
People are
if he
following
doesn't want
him.
to run in, you know what he do? He pass the ball back and runs through the middle.
Yes.
Like
yes.
yeah,
But
maybe we should not.
That's much credit to the way Liverpool play. That's the way they are set up, right? They're sending you so much bodies at a very high pace into the box. You need to make the pass on time, and Salah doesn't disappoint. He makes the pass when necessary. I think this is a good win for Liverpool, right? This is a way you set the pace into 2024. You come in, you win games, even though the keeper was just a big problem. Newcastle's keeper was a big problem. We were kind of vulnerable sometimes. You see the goal that Isak scored, right?
Van Dijk. I think Van Dijk was caught in between two minds. Should I keep a high line or do I close? And he did nothing.
He really did nothing, and then Isak scored. But the funny thing is, the Isak goal was very similar to the chance that Nunez had, and Nunez did not convert, right?
Nunes needs
It's
to
like
step up.
it's about time. It's like
Nunes
we're
needs to
tired.
step up.
We're
He needs
tired.
to. He needs to step up. Like you guys, Liverpool has XG of 7.2 today, which is one of the highest. In fact, that's the highest the league has had.
We should have gotten like 7 goals in this game. Do you know how many chances we
7.2
missed?
XG.
Do you know how many chances we missed?
The broadcast today was running
You know how many chances we
crazy.
missed? Yeah,
Was running crazy. Was
but I
running
have a
crazy.
very
But let's talk
controversial.
about Newcastle.
Mhm.
I have a question about Newcastle.
Okay.
Now, this is Eddie Howe's 7th loss in 8 games, right? And he's lost 5 of the last 6 in Premier League, but
Yeah.
7 overall out of it. What is the next thing for him? What do you think?
So I know everybody will say injury list is not an excuse, right? Because every team has injury list, but it has really affected their squad. We can't, I feel like we can't turn a blind eye to it, right? He has really affected their squad, but it's also his fault, right? If you don't rotate players, they'll pick up injuries that'll take them out for a very long time. You need to rotate your squad. This is something he would learn, right? This is something he will learn from. But I think they'll bounce up in 2024, right? Me and you had a conversation offline where we were like, Newcastle. I don't know if it was on the pod or offline we had this conversation, but we said Newcastle is playing Liverpool and Newcastle plays Man City. They will not lose both games, right?
Yeah, we mentioned
Right.
I think it was on the pod.
It was on the pod, right?
Yeah.
Because one game is away, one game is St. James's Park.
Yeah.
Right.
At home. The next game is at home.
Yeah. Let's not forget that Newcastle have the second best home record in the league. Right.
In the league. So
it's very difficult to win Newcastle at St. James's Park. Very difficult. They've only lost twice at
they
St.
need to
James's
bounce
Park
back
this season. So they would bounce back. They have what it takes. The squad has what it takes, right? The tactics that the manager is implementing, it works. They have an identity. You know how Newcastle would play. I don't think there's anything wrong, right? It's just the injuries just impacted them so much. The manager has just not had a plan, right, to sort out that injury. Let's now talk about their depth. Their squad depth is also a problem. Like who goes out for who, right? If Joelinton is injured,
that's a problem.
who is coming in for Joelinton?
There's no direct replacements.
Exactly. Look at the attackers, right? He was playing.
They could have gone for players like Loftus-Cheek when Chelsea wanted to sell him to AC Milan, because that's a like for like replacement for Joelinton.
Exactly.
Right? He can come in,
and help them.
Some muscle.
Them missing
the ball up the field.
missing Tonali too is a big loss. They are missing Tonali. That's a huge loss. Because Tonali makes some key passes for them that are so dangerous, right? So I don't want to give him so much. I know he's feeling that pressure, right? Of like, oh, maybe it's time for Eddie Howe to go. I personally don't. I know you have the opinion that maybe he has done. I feel
Eddie Howe has reached a point where he's laid the foundation.
It's time
for an elite, proper elite. No, except they want to do what Arsenal is doing. Leave him there, like they are doing with Arteta. Leave him there for 4 years and keep hoping. Keep buying the players. He's an outstanding manager. Don't get me wrong.
He's not bad.
Anyways, he will learn also. Maybe we should just give him a chance. Let's give him a chance. Maybe we are wrong. We might be wrong, right?
Yeah. I think he has done it. To me personally, like I like Eddie Howe a lot. So maybe I might be biased, right, in saying that I think he just needs more time. But I can see like the tactics he's implementing. I can see that every game he's not stiff like Arteta, right? He goes into every game with a different strategy.
That's the good thing. He changes things up.
He's not stiff.
Yes, right? Exactly. Which is good.
And he said it today, right? The only reason why they didn't win this game was because Liverpool was just a better side. If we did not step up in this game, we would have lost. It got to a point where it was 3-1. They scored 3-2.
3-2. Yeah.
Right. They could have easily gotten back into the game 3-3.
Yeah.
Right. They were building up momentum, even if they are not even having a full squad. So what happens when their key people are back? So I still think
that's true. You're right. You're right.
I still think Eddie Howe needs time.